Alright, in the mock exam, you will have this question where you need to perform forward pass and the backward pass, and in this particular question you have the lag as well. Okay, so I will explain in this video how to perform the forward and the backward pass with the lag and help you to answer almost all these questions, right? Okay, so what you have to do is when you look at this question, you have a network diagram. The diagram is not complete. They're asking you to complete 3 more items, and then we have to do the critical path method, the forward pass and the backward pass, right? So what I've done is I had copied the table here and as well as the incomplete network diagram. So I will use these and I will explain everything over here. Then we can go back and answer the question on the BB Learn. Okay, so here is the table where you have the items, the activities, and its predecessor activities, and the connection type and the lag. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to first fill this one up. Okay, let me choose a pen. All right. For item C, the predecessor activity is B, and it has a start-to-start relationship with 10 days lag. So I'm going to go back here. Okay, let me go back. Yep. So for item C, predecessor is B. So here is a C and the predecessor is B, and the relationship is start to start. So what you do is, in this activity, here is the start and here is the finish. So it's the same for everything. So here is the start and here is the finish. Here is the start and here is the finish. Okay. So what's the relationship we got? We got start to start. Okay. 10 days lag. So what you have to do, here is a start and here is a start. So draw an arrow like this. Okay, and the lag is 10 days. I'm going to write it here, lag 10 days. Okay, all right. Similarly, we got E to C. For activity E, the predecessor is C, finish to finish relationship and 10 days lag. Okay, so I need to find where is item E. Here is the item E. Here is the item E. And the preceding activity is C. Here is a C, and the relationship is finish to start. So here is the finish to finish. So here is the finish of C, and here is the finish of E. And again, the lag is 10 days. All right, I'm going to go back here again. So for activity G and D, finish to start with 0 days lag. Okay, for activity G, which is over here, we have D as a preceding activity, which means the one activity before, which has a finish to start relationship with a 0 days lag. So here is the finish and here is the start with a 0 days lag. So we don't have to mention that. We're just showing here there is a relationship. Okay. All right. I think now we have completed all the 3 items. We got 1, 2, 3, and we also drawn 3 arrows here for those 3 activities. All right. Okay, now let us do the forward pass, and forward pass is fairly pretty simple. All right, how soon we can start an activity A? So I'm going to write here it is early start and early finish. Okay, so I'm going to start with 0, and it is a 5-day activity, so I will finish it on day 5. All right, what about activity B? Activity B is depending on A, as you can see the arrow. So we need to finish this to start this. Okay, because this is the finish, right, and this is the start. Okay, so we need to finish this to start this. It is finishing 5, so I can start this on 5, and it is a 10-day activity, so I can finish this on 15. All right, so we have done A and B. Then let's move on to activity C. If you notice carefully here, activity C has a start to start relationship. Start this and then start this. Again, start this and then start this. But after how many days after starting B you can start C? And that's where we have mentioned the lag here, 10 days. Meaning start B, wait for 10 days, because keep it in mind, lag means the amount of time you should wait. So start activity B and wait for 10 days, then start activity C. So we are starting on day 5 or 5, the activity B. So we need to wait for 10 more days. So 5 plus 10, it will be 15. So we're going to write here 15. So how do we get this 15? Is 5 plus 10. So B is starting on 5 and we are telling to wait for 10 days, then start the next one, which is C. So we need to start this on 15, right? Anyway, now it's simple. You're starting on 15. It's a 10-day. So you're going to finish it on 25, right? So we have done A, B, C. Let's come down to D. All right, now watch this. This is what relationship is this? This is start and this is also start. All right, and what it says, start to start with a 5-day lag. So meaning B is starting on 5, then wait for 5 days, then you can start D. So we're going to put 10 here. Now this is pretty simple. 10 plus 15 is 25. All right, so now we have done the D. Let's move on to E. All right, now E, how many arrows here? Now we are trying to fill the early start, right? So when you try to fill the early start, we are just only bothered about, right, how many arrows is connected to the start. So there is only one here. So we're going to finish this, then start this. So we are finishing this on 15, so we can start this on 15, right? Okay, now you got to be a bit careful here, because watch this. Usually what we would have done is 15 plus 15, we would have written here 30. But if you see here, there is one more coming down here. So you got to be a bit careful here. All right. So what we have to do is watch this. So 15 plus 15 would be 30. So I'm going to write here 30, comma. There is one more relationship which is finish to finish. Finish to finish. So see, whenever there is any arrow coming in here, you need to stop and think. Now, 15 plus 15 is 30. That is one option we can write here. The other option is, when is this activity is finishing? Activity C is 25, right? And the lag is 10 days. So what this basically says is, you must finish C, then wait for 10 days, and then you can finish E. Before that, you cannot. Meaning, C is going to finish on 25, and you have to wait for 10 days to finish E. So 25 plus 10 is 35. So I'm going to write here 35. So now we have to decide, should we write 30 here or should we write 35 here? Keep it in mind, when we do the forward pass, which is what we are doing now, we are going forward, we always take the highest value. So out of 30 and 35, we should take 35. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right, so it's not simply 15 plus 15 is 30. So we get 30, 15 plus 50 is 30, but we should also see 25 plus 10 is 35. So we should always take the 35. Okay, because see, if you put here 30, what would happen is, this relationship says very clearly you cannot finish E unless 10 days after 25. So that is 35. So we should satisfy both the condition. So 35 is better. So E is done. Let's do the F. And as you can see here, this is finish and this is start. There is only one relationship. So we can straight away copy 35 here. Okay, so 35 plus 10 would be 45. As you can see, there are no arrows here. When there is no arrows connecting here, I don't have to bother, just simply add this value. All right, so F is done. Let's move down to G. G is finish to start relationship. So 25, we can bring it 25 over here. Now watch this. Another example. So 25 plus 4 is 29, comma, and there is one more arrow coming in here. Watch this. So we need to consider this also. All right. So this is start to finish relationship, isn't it? It's because the arrow is here start, this is finish. And 35 days plus 10 days would be 45. So should we take 29 or 45? We should take 45 because we should always take the highest. All right. So let's bring down 45 here. Okay. So G is done. Let me move up to H. Now H, there is only one relationship and it has a lag of 5 days. So C is finishing on 25. Then we need to add 5 more days. That's a waiting time. Then this is finishing on 30. 30 plus 5 is 35. Right. Now let's look at I. There is only one arrow coming here. So finish to start. So 45, we can copy down 45. Now we need to wait here. You know why? Because you see there is one relationship here which we need to add and bring it here. Then there is one more here, right? And there is one more here as well, but we don't have to look at this. We're going to look at this one first. So one is 45 plus 5, that is 50. The second one is 35 plus 10, that would be 45, right? And we should consider this also, because this one says finish to finish, meaning unless you finish G and wait for 10 days, you cannot finish I. So this would be 45 plus 10, which would be 55. So there are three actually relationship here. Okay, so how do we get this 50? The first one is 45 plus 5. How do we get 45? Is 35 plus 10. How do we get 55? That is 45 plus 10. So we should always take the highest. So I bring down the highest. So it is 55. All right. So, and this is how you do the forward pass. Okay. In the next video, I will explain the backward pass.